G'day, mates. It's your boy here, and we are back with some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and we have the update for Legendary Yuri. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. And now, unfortunately, your boy made a pretty big boo-boo, and I thought that tonight was actually going to be the other update as well, the one that includes the refines for the next batch. So Duo Alphonse, Edelgard, Bantu, etc. Those guys were not in this update. I thought it was going to be here because for some reason they showed off that update a day early. Like, typically when they do the version updates, they'll reveal it on the 1st or the 2nd of the month, which is, I guess, tomorrow. Well, yeah, tomorrow or the day after. But they went ahead and showed that off earlier for some reason, and we also had the server maintenance. So in my mind, I was thinking, oh, they're going to do the refines and the Legendary Yuri update in one shot, but that's not how it's going to be. All we have in this update is Legendary Yuri, and we also have his Boons and Banes, we got his stats, and we have the new skill restrictions for Infantry or just Hexblade attack and speed. So let's start things off. We'll take a look at Yuri's stats here, courtesy, of course, of Mr. Gengar and Tsukasa. Definitely check them out and support the homies. I believe they have a, whatchamacallit, somewhere that you can, yeah, right here. They have a Ko-Fi where you can go ahead and donate to them if you appreciate the hard work, which, of course, I would recommend. The data miners keep the game alive and give me a job to do here with the data mine video. So we're going to start off with his stat line, which we kind of saw already yesterday in the trailer, but just to do it again, we have 41 HP, we got 44 attack, 47 speed, 24 defense, and 26 res. So we can go ahead and take a look at his BST overall right here. He's infantry type and he's a legendary, so it doesn't really matter what his BST is, but just for the sake of seeing it, we have 182 overall. Not too bad, honestly, for a ranged infantry type. With a super boon, he jumps to 185, but it's irrelevant because his legendary skill is going to raise his BST regardless. Okay, so his Boons and Banes, we have plus attack and speed, I believe. Yeah, so shoutouts to High Class Fan Club right here for holding it down. We got Super Boons on attack and speed, and then Super Banes on HP and res. So, of course, with Yuri, you're going to want to go plus attack and plus speed. Either or is fine, and then give him the Ascended Floret for the other. So, pretty good stat line. He's really quick. 47 is apparently the new 42. I love how 46 base speed had like 1 month where it was a thing, and then already we're jumped into 47. Who knows? In the next month, we might start seeing 48 and 49 with weapons that give speed up 3. So, you never know when it comes to speed creep, but stat line checks out. He's really quick, he's really strong, and that's exactly what this guy wants. He's basically OG Yuri, except he can fight at the cost of his C skill, because he gets his Kanto and his bonus movement from the C skill. So, whereas the regular Yuri is free to run other C skills if he wants to, like maybe Oath 4. I don't know why you'd give him Oath 4, for example, but it's a good C skill. Also, like Joint Drive Attack or like Times Pulse 4, any of the usual suspects for C skills you could give to OG Yuri. You're not really going to be able to have the same flexibility with this guy. He does also have countering for stall at least, though, so that's one up on this guy over the OG Yuri. But like, honestly, the main reason why I use the old Yuri in the first place is just because he's got Kanto 2, he's got 3 movement, and he's got foul play, which this Yuri does the exact same thing, and he fights a little bit better. So you could use this guy, and he does fight better, but for me, Yuri is more of a positional type of unit. I want to use him to get a better position with someone else. For example, Summer Edelgard, it's really easy to just hit her with foul play, get her into a better position, have her sweep 2 or 3 units, and you're pretty much golden after that. So that's how I used to use the old Yuri, especially giving him Disarm Trap for Aether Raids. He's just still really good in there. But this one, I mean, he's just more of the same. He's doing the same thing as OG Yuri, but better because he can fight better. So is this guy a must-pull? I would say probably not. You can still make do with the OG Yuri if you need to. If you're a big Yuri fan, then of course, go all in if you want to. He is definitely a worthwhile unit. Now let's go ahead and take a look at his unique skill, or not unique, his new skill here, Hexblade. So here are the restrictions. It's only for infantry types, so armor, calves, and flyers cannot get it, thank freaking God. I would not want to have to face a Brave Seliph that can do adaptive damage. That's just me personally. I don't see how you're even able to tank him if he has that. Because, like, who would even tank Brave Seliph if he's doing adaptive damage? The number one tank for him is probably Brave Dimitri. And if you can bypass Dimitri's defense and just target his res, that's going to be really rough. So this is a very good A skill. I think actually it's kind of being slept on right now. I'm not sure if enough people are giving this as due credit as it needs. So only for infantry types, and also it's only for physical damaging infantry. So your swords, your axes, your lances, your daggers, and your your bow types. Those are the units that are going to be able to use this. No magical units, no beast units for some reason, and that's pretty much how that goes. So let's go ahead and take a look now at a list of units here. We've compiled infantry, sword, lance, axes, and then bows and daggers. So let's take a quick little skim through and see if there's anyone worthwhile to give this to. Lucia would probably be kind of interesting with it. Lumera would, yeah, Lumera's probably not too bad for it either. Although I know a lot of people like to give her distant counter, like distant dart or distant pressure, so she gets the speed. Alir would probably be pretty good because she gets the charge right from the start of the turn. What else is there? I like playing Holst a little bit more tanky-like, so I don't know if I would want him to player phase with this. Hilda would be pretty good. This Hilda's surprisingly a really good player phaser. She's basically just a slightly better axe version of Hatari Karla. So this Hilda's probably a pretty good choice for it too. Flame Lin has a unique A skill. Shaz is a really good pick. This guy's got a brave weapon, so that's definitely where you want to be able to do adaptive damage with. Legendary Shaz would have been pretty damn good with it, but unfortunately her A skill occupies the slot, so you're not able to actually give her Hexblade there, which sucks. Alright, Karla would be pretty solid, of course. Karla's just a big damage dealer. I want to take a look at some more range units. Let's cool our jets here for a second with the melee types. Let's take a look at range units. I feel like they benefit the most here. So let's see. What do we got? Eti. Yeah, no. Don't use Eti. It's the same thing as Engage. Eti is just not hanging in there. Crom. Oh, God. Crom with adaptive damage. That would be something. Yeah, Crom probably makes good use of this. Joshua, absolutely. Joshua's really good at just being a good wall breaker. So if he's able to bypass units with high defense and target their res, that's going to be really juicy on him. OG Yuri, of course, for pretty much the same reasons as Joshua. Volk as well. I'm trying to avoid like units that have inheritable weapons, because I mean the perf units are the ones that you want to really invest in at the moment. Let's see, who else is there? Uller, I guess. I'm not really seeing Uller too much. Maybe if she's a bonus in AR, but like I would say you want to give Hexblade to someone else. Young Innies, I guess. If you're running him still on your AR defense, I guess you could get away with him doing adaptive damage there. Shamir has the wind sweep effect, right? So I guess Shamir is okay with it too. No telling when she's going to get her refined, but it'd probably be solid on her. Legendary Crom is coming up on his remake soon. It's going to be really good on him, just like Duo Crom. And I think that's about it. Like, once we get below this level of BST, they start getting into, like, year 3 units, which is just way, way too old at this point to hang in there. So, yeah, those would be some just good general options. I would try to focus on giving it to bows and daggers, because these are the ones that are looking really juicy from what I can see. And maybe a select few swords and lance and axes, typically the ones with brave attack weapons. So, absolutely Valentine Crom. Absolutely Ascended Joshua, Yuri, Volk. Like, these are the type of units you're going to want to give this new Hexblade skill to. So, that's going to wrap us up for this Datamine video. My bad, guys, for being such a big goofball and telling everyone the refines were in this batch, even though they weren't. But this is your boy Tacho signing out. I don't think I'm going to summon on the banner personally. I'm good with my OG Yuri. He is an upgrade, absolutely, but, I mean, orbs are in hot demand right now. I feel like orbs are more valuable than the units you're summoning for, which is kind of weird to say, but like, I think I'm gonna just hang on to my orbs for a bit. So that's all for today, guys. This is your boy Tacho signing out. Thanks for sticking by me and watching the video, and I will catch you guys again on the flip side.